Somebody used to have a job walking around London before sunrise, waking up total strangers for money. Before alarm clocks were common household items, entire neighborhoods relied on one person walking the streets before dawn to do exactly that. This job was called a knocker-upper. Think of it as a human alarm clock, except the alarm had legs, a memorized route, and a client list. The job existed across industrial Britain well into the 20th century. Factory workers needed to be up early for shifts, but affordable, reliable mechanical alarm clocks were not yet widespread in working-class homes, so an entire industrial economy was quietly running on the honor system and one person's timing. So people paid a small weekly fee to someone who would come by their window at an agreed time each morning and physically wake them. That's the whole business model. No app, no subscription, just a person, a route, and a schedule that could not slip. Knocker-uppers used different tools depending on the neighborhood, and some of these tools sound almost absurd today. Some tapped on windows with long wooden poles, sometimes stretching up several stories to reach upper-floor bedrooms. Picture someone standing on a street corner at 4 in the morning, holding what's basically a fishing pole aimed at a third-floor window, tapping just hard enough to wake one household without smashing the glass. Others skipped the pole entirely and used pea shooters, blowing dried peas at windows to create a light rattling sound loud enough to rouse a sleeping worker without waking an entire street. That's precision engineering built out of a snack food, and it worked because the sound of dried peas on glass is sharp enough to cut through sleep, but soft enough not to travel far. The job demanded real precision in a much bigger sense too, since arriving even a few minutes late could cost someone their factory shift and pay for the day. There was no snooze button, no backup plan, and no room for a knocker-upper to oversleep their own alarm, so to speak. Many knocker-uppers built long client lists across entire streets and had to walk a specific, timed route each morning, essentially functioning as a human alarm system for hundreds of households at once. Imagine memorizing not just addresses, but the exact minute each household needed waking in order every single morning, rain or shine, fog or frost. That's a logistics problem most modern delivery apps would struggle with, solved entirely by memory and habit, with no map and no notifications. But here's the part nobody expects. This job did not disappear the moment alarm clocks existed. Mechanical alarm clocks slowly became cheaper and more common through the early 20th century, but knocker-uppers persisted in some British towns into the 1950s, waking workers by hand well after clocks were technically available everywhere. That means people were still knocking on windows with poles in a decade that also gave the world commercial, yet travel and early television broadcasts. Technology didn't kill this job on schedule. Trust and habit kept it alive long after a cheaper alternative existed. And honestly, that says more about how slowly people actually adopt new tools than any history book chapter on alarm clocks ever could. People trusted a familiar face at the window over an unfamiliar machine on the nightstand, even when the machine was objectively more convenient. An entire profession existed purely to solve a problem most people now solve with a phone sitting quietly on a nightstand. Somewhere in a British archive, there's probably an old knocker-upper's client list gathering dust, a paper version of an alarm app nobody thought to save. Next time your phone alarm goes off at exactly the right minute without a person, a pole, or a mouthful of dried peas involved, remember someone used to do that job on foot in the dark, for a living, street after street, morning after morning. Hit follow if that surprised you.